Baba, naja kwako, ninyoshe mkono wako wa rehema. Baba, naja kwako, ninyeshe mvua ya ujazo wako, uliyepasua bahari ya Shamu. Wewe ndiwe mwenye nguvu na mamlaka. Baba, wewe ndiwe umetiaye nguvu dadi. Ndiyo maana nakuimbia, ndiyo maana nakuinamia. Baba, umeuguza moyo wangu dadi. Ndiyo maana nakuabudu, ndiyo maana nakutazamia. Shusha uwepo wako dadi, tujaze roho.
The mind, the mind is the greatest thing in the recreation and pro-recreation of every man's existence, because it is the mind of man that causes man to know how to govern other men, how to lead other men. It is the mind of man that recreates what the Lord purposed to be recreated and replenished here on earth. It is through the mind of man that the wise and the crafty build things, create things that are amazing to the eye, things that help the workmanship of man, making it easy. It is the mind of man that created technology, and the technology is growing gradually. More men are becoming wiser to advance the level of technology. But I'm telling you, the moment you let technology overrule over your conscience, the moment you let technology swallow up your integrity and your authenticity, the moment you let technology drown your thinking, your IQ, to follow, to be dragged and carried, and to swim and be drowned by the principles of technology, I'm telling you, then the mind of that woman or man will get defiled. The ways of that man will get defiled. The life of that man and woman who has let their mind and their thinking be overshadowed and be drowned into technology, I'm telling you, even their morality will get drained and eroded. That's why you are seeing nowadays relationships have become something that many fear. Relationships have become so difficult. In the olden days, relationships were easy because there was no technology. People were genuine. Their minds were sober. Nothing had come to corrupt their minds. Nothing had come to overshadow their thinking, their morality. But now technology, I'm telling you, you can be here right now, and in a few seconds, you're so far away, cheating on your partner, and your partner thinks that you're just somewhere near there. You can be right here, right now, with your partner, but you're communicating with someone else so far away, planning how you're going to cheat on your partner, how you are going to boot your partner and move on with someone else. Therefore, I'm telling you, my brother and my sister, be conscious with your mind. Be sober in your mind every time you're getting into a relationship. Ask questions. Don't just go with the flow. Just because you have been clouded by the lust and the excitement and the explosion of emotions and infatuation. Now you settle on that and let yourself be carried away by that. Be conscious when you're getting into relationships. Be sober. Don't let your feelings overpower your mind. Don't let the craftiness of technology overpower your mind when you're getting into a relationship. Ask questions. Concrete questions to know where you are going with that person that you have connected yourself with. Because I'm telling you, any man or woman who only challenges your emotions, only challenges your lust, they know very well that you are not going far with them. And if you don't realize yourself that early enough, I'm telling you, the moment they will sneak out and chicken out on you, you will be left so miserable and heartbroken, wailing, wondering what happened. Because you are not in a sober mind when you are courting with that man or woman. The hearts of men and women have become crafty. According to their desires, every man wants everything for themselves. Every woman wants to take everything for themselves, to take, and not give anything. Life is difficult right now, my brother and my sister. You cannot let anyone be a dependent to you just because you are in a relationship. My sister, you cannot just choose to be lazy and eat the bread of idleness and be a dependent to a man just because you are in a relationship with them. Just because you are giving them sex, just because you are quenching their lust. I'm telling you, relationships have to mutate into something greater. When you get into a relationship, yes, the emotions will be exploding, the lust will be high, will be heightened. But don't get stuck on that. If you get stuck on the emotional part for months, years, I'm telling you, you will cry eventually. You will be left broken, cold and lonely, bitter, depressed. You must understand that your bodies are just the presence of maintaining and sustaining that relationship. Don't think that your body is so much important that it is the gold and the fire and the resource that sustains the relationship, that is supposed to carry a relationship. Every one of you has their body present there in order to make that relationship work, in order to make that love flourish. Don't get stuck on that. Make sure you move into the next phase of now using your mind, using your sanity with soberness to ask questions. What are the plans of your future? Ask your man, your lady, what their plans are to the future, of their future with you. Because any man or woman who challenges your mind into thinking better things, into thinking on things and on advancing and building for the future, know that that man has seen a future with you. Any man or woman who challenges your spirit and drawing into the things of the Lord, that is a man and a woman who has seen potential in you, and no one knows that you are going far. Therefore, be conscious enough to read the signs of knowing. Someone who is just flattering with you, someone who is just wasting your time. My sister, try to do something. Don't just go around saying that you want a rich man. Then when you get a rich man, you become lazy. You'll become a douchebag, always sitting and sleeping on the couch, doing nothing. I'm telling you. The reason why women are true to themselves is because a woman cannot feed you for a long time without ranting and telling you what they think, giving you a piece of their mind. A woman cannot pay rent for you as a man without ranting and exploding in emotions to give you a piece of their mind. But with men it is different, I'm telling you, my sister. A man may be observing you, knowing that you become a burden to them, because there is nothing you're bringing in the contributing to the relationship. You just sit there, sleep, do nothing, eat, and give sex, and then you think that is enough. It's not enough, my sister. You have to do something. Even if the man is wealthy, don't just sit idle. What if the man dumps you instantly? Then what will happen? You just begin running around like a rat, looking for another man to hook on. You will suffer for that time before you get another man. What if that man dies? Or what if that man gets another woman? And you become the side piece, and now you getting no attention. Even when you have to beg for provision. What will you do? Provoke that man to help you make your life better, so that you can have stability as a woman. Ask that man to help you open a business or to get you a job, so that man can see you are a woman who is thinking. A woman who is not eating the bread of idleness. A woman who is making effort to contribute something into that relationship, into that love. And I'm telling you, any man who sees a woman who is trying to bring some input into the relationship, I'm telling you, that man will never let you go. That man will hold you dear. That man will love you passionately and protect you. But if you just become a baggage to him, everything, even toothpaste, you can't buy for yourself. Even pads, you have to ask for the man to buy for you every now and then. I'm telling you. The moment you will realize that you are not in the heart of that man will have sneaked on you quietly and silently, and you will be calling and they won't answer your call. And you'll be left there wondering, what happened? What did you do? Men don't have the confidence to speak out and tell you what they are thinking when you are becoming a burden to them. Because sometimes they may have nothing, but you come there ranting and demanding, thinking that it is your right to begin even everything like a child. I mean, if your parents used their own finances to take you to school, if your parents, even some, sold their land to take you to school as a woman, and now you want to come into the house of a man and sit there idle, doing nothing, then what was the use of your parents wasting their money taking you to school? Even your parents, I'm telling you, they will wonder what happened to their daughter. They may not tell you, they will wonder. And they will you will always be hearing and seeing some aunts calling you to advise you. Because your parents are wondering, why did we take this lady, our daughter, to school, only to go and to sit in the house of man doing nothing, reckless, that even every time your parents need something, you have to ask from the man. My sister, relationships are rare these seasons. In this generation, relationships are hard. Life is hard. Make sure you contribute something. Your sex is not enough. Because lust dies. The desire for sex dies. The emotions die and wax cold. Then what happens when the desire for your sex dies? When the desire for lust dies, when the emotions wax cold, what will happen? Then what will you have to give? You will be left there alone, and you see your man going with another woman and start ranting, saying that another woman has stolen your man. No, there is no man who will ever be stolen. It is you who is the burden and the problem. Relationships are hard, my brother and my sister. Every time you get into a relationship, don't wait. Start asking critical questions in the first instances so that you can know where you are going with that man, where you are going with that lady. Because many have wasted so many years, so many resources, only to later be left on their own, cold and lonely, desperate and bitter, saying that they will never engage in any relationship again. Why? Because they let their mind and their thinking capacity be overshadowed and be overridden, and be clouded by lust and excitements of infatuation and sex, which is useless. Useless is sex. Sex is useless. It cannot sustain or maintain a relationship. These days, you can even see sex being dished on the streets everywhere. Women are dressing recklessly. Why? Because they are looking for attention. Because sex has become meaningless. It is everywhere. Put value in a relationship if you want it to grow, if you want it to flourish. Make sure you put some value. Make sure you put your mind into it. Make sure you enter into a relationship with your mind sober, your mind alert, knowing that if your mind gets clouded and diluted, the relationship won't go anywhere. It is bound to fail. But when your mind is sober, when your mind is alive and active, when you're thinking, when you're judging every emotion, judging every action wisely, you will know who is for you and who is not for you. And you will save yourself from a lot of pain, from a lot of sorrow, from a lot of heartbreak. And you will save yourself from wasting so many years uselessly for no reason. And my brother, I'm telling you, if you are one who is always jumping from one lady to another, only to excite your own sex buds, and you know very well you have no good intention for that woman, to marry her, to build a future with her, leave those women alone. If you know dragging a woman into your own life only for sex, to exploit that woman sexually, to use her and abuse her, and you have no better plans for her future. Leave her alone. Leave the daughters of women alone if you have no good plans for them. Let them be, and let them wait for the right man who will see their potential, who will see their value, who will honor them, and to take them into the altar, to make vows with them, and to make a life and a future and a family with them. Because I'm telling you, if you're a dog and a hyena who is always jumping up and down, wasting the time and value of women, one day, I'm telling you, you will meet with a woman who will be like Delilah, just for the sake of paying for the things that you have been doing. You will meet with one who will show you terror, who will oppress you and torment you and haunt you. And if you try to shake her off, she won't go. She will be there to torment you until your mind wakes up and you get sober and you get wise and you get disciplined to know that you should never waste anyone's time. Time is precious. Time is precious. If you know you are wasting someone's time, leave them alone and walk away by the mercies of God, and you will see a good life, a smooth life, and you will find the true love that is deserving to you, and you won't cry. Because if you make many people cry, one day you personally, yourself, will cry for those tears that you caused other people to cry. Remember, what goes around comes around. Remember, whatever you sow, you will reap an amount of the same. Why don't you save yourself this day by being sincere, being honest, being genuine and honest in matters of relationships? In the name of Jesus, hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Baba, kwako Yesu najisalimisha. Siye yakarara bose ndele bose kelele bose sanda. Yalala bose ketelele bose yele bose sanda.